Oof. Hey guys, Annika, welcome to my Chonica. Today I'm going to be doing another Christmas video. I love like cranking out these Christmas videos. I don't know why I'm doing this. I love doing Christmas videos. I'm so happy that it's this time of the month. Nope. This time of the year, I'm just so here for it. I'm so ready. I'm so festive. You know how it is. So today I'm going to be coming at you with things to ask for Christmas / things to get other people for Christmas. I'm just going to call it a gift guide or like things to get teenagers for Christmas. I don't know. I've separated them into, wait, what the fuck? I've separated it into 5 different categories. I got makeup, clothing, other, non-tangible, and stocking stuffers. So I'm going to start off with makeup. Honestly, I could have included things like the chocolate bar palettes or the naked palettes or like a glow kit or whatever, but I kind of wanted to step outside of the box and come at you with things that you probably hadn't thought of before, so fight me. Okay, the first one are the Jeffree Star Skin Frost palettes, which I'm kind of iffy on. I'm still kind of confused whether or not I should be supporting Jeffree Star, because like I know that he said some things in his past, but I don't know if it's still like he still does that. He's cruelty free, he's vegan, like his products are, so I use that. I don't know how I feel about it, but if you're fine with it, then yeah, these are pretty lit. The thing is, the shade selection is kind of trash. He has 2 palettes. One of them is for light skin tones, one of them is for dark skin tones. The one for light skin tones is fugly as fuck. All the highlighters are white, like white based, if that makes any sense. So they have like white with blue shift, white with pink shift, whatever. And I don't really like white based highlighters. I like light gold, champagne, something a little bit more snatched. Ew. But the dark palette, that's a different story, but that shit wouldn't work for me even if I spent a year in the fucking Bahamas. It's so dark, but the colors are absolutely fucking gorgeous. Also, there's a tutorial on this look. It's my Hanukkah entire makeup look. Next are the Alex drawers. Obviously you probably wouldn't be able to get these for like a close friend, but if you're getting them for like your child or your niece or your nephew, I feel like this is good for if they like makeup, but also if they like dildos, if they like dead bodies, if they like illegal drugs. Like Alex drawers are the perfect place to store all of those things. So yeah, they're just really versatile and I would 10 out of 10 recommend. I have way too many of them, but you know what? Next, I think it would be pretty cool to get like a fancy perfume. I just think like I got a fancy perfume last year for Christmas and it was just like kind of cool to get. Obviously if they don't like perfume then maybe don't get them this, but if they do, if they're into smelling fresh, then maybe consider it. Ariana Grande's is really nice. If you're getting this for a guy, Versace has some nice colognes. Nicki Minaj Pink Friday, that's pretty lit. Okay, next, this is like kind of hard for me to even say, but Natasha Denona palettes. The thing is, like every single makeup lover wants a Natasha Denona palette, but we're too afraid to admit that we are willing to spend that much money on 12 eyeshadows, but like we all secretly want them, you know what I mean? So whatever like color palette you think that person will like best, get them a Natasha Denona palette if you want to splurge. Okay, and then the last thing in the beauty section is gifts from Sephora. So Sephora themselves have like the Allure top 10 mascara kit, the top 10 primers kit, whatever, but then also specific brands will have like their own sets. Like Milk Makeup has one called the A-Team with like a bunch of their sticks in like mini size, which is really cute. I don't know why I keep going like this, but yeah, like that's cool. Too Faced has some, a bunch of brands have them, so it'd be cool to like look into that, because I think getting a kit is just super cute. It's just exciting and fun. I don't know, I really like mini stuff for some reason. Okay, now moving on to clothing. Honestly, this is like kind of broad, but anything from UNIF or Urban Outfitters that you've been eyeing, because that shit is expensive, bitch. UNIF is like my aesthetic. I literally love everything from UNIF, but a bitch has like $5 all throughout the year, so that's not gonna happen. Brandy Melville has like the cutest little pants. I have one pair of them and my best friend MC has like literally all of them. They're so cute. The only problem is Brandy Melville for everything is one size fits all, which makes me want to flush my head down the fucking toilet. But if you are part of that 1% and they do fit you, maybe hop on that bandwagon. I don't know, they're pretty cute, and so like they're usually pretty stretchy, so it's gonna be okay, girl. Shoes you'll get use out of. I feel like every year it's nice to get a pair of shoes, like Bean Boots, Tim's, Vans, Adidas. Don't get Uggs because those are made with sheepskin, so I don't know. I just feel like it's nice to get a pair of shoes because you always need shoes. Speaking of shoes, black Air Max 90s are super cute. I know that that's super specific, but like look at them, see if you like them, and then maybe consider asking for them. I don't know, just a thought. Elephant pants, that's the last thing in the closing section. I'm asking for them for Christmas. They're just so cute and they're so comfortable and they kind of just like go with everything, and they're just like perfect for like throwing on and looking like you tried but you actually didn't because you're depressed and you've given up on life. Okay, and now in the other section, a heated fucking blanket. I got one of these a few years ago for Christmas, and it is by far literally the most useful Christmas gift I've ever gotten because I live in fucking Massachusetts, which is literally like fucking Antarctica. It's so cold here. I'm sure people in Canada are going like, oh my god, shut the fuck up, but like, it's so cold here. Like, on a good day in the winter, it's like 20 degrees. Yeah, a mini fridge or a cooler. I feel like I used to want one of those really bad, but now I just like kind of get off my fucking ass and go to the kitchen. But like the Milk and Honey series, I just feel like that's like going viral right now, and also the Milk and Vine book. Yeah, I feel like that's like cool to get, cool to ask for. I know they're like books, but still like they're aesthetic and like Instagram likes and, you know. Phone projector, these are super cool. Like if you have like a blank wall, then you can like project, you put your phone in it and it projects it. And then this last one in the other section literally makes me want to bust a nut. I didn't ask for it for Christmas because it's wicked expensive, but I really want it and I might save up for it by myself. A phone photo printer. So it like connects through Bluetooth to your phone. It works for Android and Apples, and you can like print it. And it's like only $100, which I know only like $100 is a lot of fucking money, but for a printer, like a phone printer, I don't know. I thought it was gonna be like $300. I don't really know. Like a 30 pack of paper is only $15, which again, that is pretty expensive, but if you think about it, each paper is 50 cents, so it's not that bad. Okay, now to the non-tangible stuff. Non-tangible means like you can't touch it, but like you know she's there. If they're okay, I need to stop spinning. If they're a YouTuber, you could get them editing software like Final Cut Pro. I invested in Final Cut Pro and it was like really helpful for me. You could also give them like a subscription to PicMonkey, which is a good place to edit your thumbnails. I keep going off the end of my sentences because I'm a beauty guru. You could get them a Spotify, Netflix, or Amazon Prime subscription. I have all of those subscriptions. My family does. Like we kind of all like, you know, sometimes I sit back and think what my life would be without any given one of them, and I start to cry a little bit. Don't even talk about Spotify ads around me. I hate Spotify ads so much. Amazon Prime is just really fucking helpful, and Netflix, don't even fucking get me started. Nope. Literally 9 people use my Netflix. My mom, my dad, me, my brother's girlfriend, my friend Olga, my friend Sasha, my friend Rihanna. Oh, that's only 8 people still. Okay, and now we're on to the last category, which is stocking stuffers or just like little gifts that you want to get people. Pore strips. Literally everybody always needs pore strips, and people won't be like, actually be careful about who you give this to, because if you just give it to like, if you have like a secret Santa at school and you don't really know the person and you buy them pore strips, it might come off the wrong way. But like if somebody's like always like, oh, I need more pore strips, whatever, then maybe get them pore strips. Or if you're like filling somebody's stockings with little things that they would like, pore strips is always a good option. Art supplies, specifically for bullet journaling, but this is just in my case because I love bullet journaling, but just art supplies in general. Stickers from Etsy shops. There's so many Etsy shops or bullet journalers with like pre-made stickers with like fancy handwriting and whatever. Ask for washi tape, pens, markers, tape runners, which are those like things that they're tape runners. You just like roll. Yeah. And then scrapbooking paper, which is always helpful. Okay, you could get them the Dermalogica Clear Start Spot Fix Dab-On Treatment or the Mario Badescu Drying Lotion. I feel like everybody, especially if you're a teenager, like everybody just complains about pimples constantly, and those are 2 products that I find actually work to help me get rid of like emergency pimples that come up. Scrunchies, you can get them from Urban Outfitters, or you could also just buy them from like Scrunchie off of Amazon for like $5, but I feel like it's really cool to get Urban Outfitters ones because they're like velvet and they're aesthetic, and you know how it goes. And then the last thing is a lip scrub. You could get it from Milani because that's a really cheap option, but I feel like it's really exciting to get lip scrubs from Lush or Jeffree Star. I just feel like seeing that, it's just like, oh my god, I got a Lush product, oh my god, I got a Jeffree Star product. It's just like really exciting, but it's all, you know, it's all about your budget. The Milani ones are really good, so I really like their like keep it sweet or whatever. And yeah, those are all the products that products to qualify as products. Those are all the things that I think would be pretty cool to either give someone for Christmas or ask for Christmas or Hanukkah or their birthday or Kwanzaa or whatever. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please comment, rate, subscribe, suck my dick, and keep on Christmasing. Yeah.
I would wish you the best, but you already had it. You already